Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is obviously a new episode, and apologies for just the slight brightness. It is so sunny outside, and any other place in the house that I try to take a video recording of, it's the exact same, and this is literally trying to blind my left eye. So for now, the reason for this video is people have been asking for a room tour, but because of the past week it's been constantly raining, so there's been no light to get through the window to obviously light up the room. But today, as you can see, it's just one of those random days the sun just decides to come blazing out, and it's absolutely boiling here. So it's going to be like a 10-second game pickup, just 2 games that I've managed to get for the past couple of weeks, and then we're going to do the room tour. And so we'll just get on that now because this is actually really hurting. So first game on the pickup is Pokemon Y. Oh. If I shine it there, you can see the rest of the room because it's hiding the sun. But yeah, there's Pokemon Y. Great game, definitely a great game compared to. We can't really compare it. I mean, all the Pokemon games so far have been really good. I've not played Black and White 2, but I have played the first Black and White. And from giving it into a 3D perspective, and with obviously new Pokemon, new adventure, and obviously being the first official Pokemon game for the 3DS, not Rumble Arena or whatever they call it. But I'll show you the back as well. This also introduced the Mega Evolutions. So when you're in your Pokemon battles, you have the choice of selecting your move. But if you look at the bottom of the bottom touchscreen, there is there is a Mega Evolution button, and this will evolve your Pokemon one step further. And this only works for one time through a battle, so it's not permanent. The moment that the battle ends, your Pokemon goes back to normal. But each battle you can keep using it, but just the one time, and only the one Pokemon. So if you have, let's say, 3 Pokemon or even just 2 that hold the stones for Mega Evolution, you can only choose the one Pokemon to evolve that way in that fight, which is a bit of a shame, but also fair, because if you think about it, if you try to Mega Evolve all your Pokemon, it's just a little bit unfair, and it kind of makes the battle go a bit too quickly with the major boost in stats. So yeah, this is actually longer than 10 seconds. I wasn't meant to actually get into the description of these games because my eye is actually starting to tear. Whenever I get tears in my eyes when I yawn or such, it burns like hell. I mean, that seriously fucking burns. So this is why I want to get this done quickly. Last one is, there we go, the Zelda Wind Waker HD. Now, I played this for the GameCube on its first release. I got it on my birthday, and I absolutely fell in love with the game. From the step forward with cel-shaded graphics, it was definitely, for a cartoony feel for even children instead of the adults, for trying out a Zelda game. It's definitely one I'd recommend to everyone. There we go. I'll do a bit slower, so because obviously, as I've mentioned through Facebook, if you've seen, this is an SD camcorder, and obviously it doesn't give off sharp images, so you also have to show the videos a bit slower so it doesn't blur everything out. But yeah, quickly, this is one of my favourite Zelda games. Major travelling with your ship, the King of Red Lions, I believe it's called. But what they've done is, for those who played the game before but got tired of the long travels of waiting and obviously having to fill out your entire map, if you go to, is it Seafall Island? I'm not entirely sure. It's where you meet the King of Red Lions for the very first time. If you go there later on, halfway through the game, you'll be able to go to the auction house, and you'll be able to bid on a much faster sale. This is so much easier and more helpful, because with this sale you don't have to constantly use your sorry, you don't have to constantly use your Wind Waker to change directions of the wind to steer your boat. This one it doesn't matter. With the red sail you can go super fast in any direction without the hassle. Now some people say that kind of takes out the fun of sailing, but even though it kind of does, there's plenty to counter it, you could say. Sorry, I've got something stuck in my throat. But yeah, even though you do go a bit faster, on the world map itself there's plenty to do to counter the speed that you'd need to fully enjoy and explore an entire world. But that's 4 odd minutes in. My left eye is burning like fuck. So we're just going to get straight to the game tour. So I'll hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy making it, and well, let's go. Alright, so here's the main door. Now I'm going to get rid of this Call of Duty poster because I'm actually getting sick of it. I'm not a fan of Call of Duty, and I only got it hanging on the door that time just because, well, it was the new Call of Duty at the time and I just wanted a game poster to hang up on the wall or door. So, well, first of all, there will be a bit of noise as I'll show you. I am, of course, connected by the charger because it's been a while since I've used the camcorder itself, so there will be a bit of clutter and noise from the block itself, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So for now, let's change this poster. Alright, this is far better. I prefer Monster Hunter 3 much over Call of Duty. And if you're on the right, you see the Uncharted poster, and on the left we have the new Super Mario Bros. 2 poster, which is actually quite tall. That's one of my favourite posters. And if we go a bit further on the right, we've got the Grand Theft Auto 5 poster. It was a good game, but I wasn't all that thoroughly impressed with online modes. That's why I obviously traded it in towards the PS4 and the game. So we'll just quickly scan over the anime pictures. We've got the Sonic Spinball, and here is where everything happens. So you've got the Xbox, PS3, PS2. I've got other consoles sitting around, I'll show you them in a second. And yes, as you can see, I'm watching Game Grumps. I actually found these guys to be pretty funny, and this is actually their latest video, I believe. It's Castlevania Part 3. You should check them out, they're funny as hell. Excuse the dull light, the sun's just constantly going up and down. And if I can pull this stupid bloody cable over. Okay. So down here we've got the figure that's always sitting around, Miku, Wii U, and of course just some Mega Drive games. Not all of them, of course, I've still got more. You'll see them in a second. So we'll go up, okay, on, and zoom out. These are all my DS and 3DS games. Some of them are sitting around somewhere else just to try and make room. And up here is just an assortment of just random games for different consoles, and a movie of Unbreakable. But you've got mostly Xbox and PC just sitting here. Oh, there's a 3DS game set up there. And don't know if you can really see that because of the quality of the video, but that's Batman for the ZX Spectrum, even though I don't own one yet. And just a little higher, and we've got the sealed Donkey Kong Mario Kart RC. I had a Mario one as well, but I kind of broke, so I've kept this one in its case. And strangely, a pint mug, a pint glass I got. I can't remember how I got it, but it's just been sitting there still in its box. And of course the rest pads for just resting your wrist when using the computer keyboard. And back's already starting to hurt. That's my own problem. We've got We've got the Final Fantasy wall scroll, which sits quite nicely there. I'll probably need to get another one because I'm getting sick of Final Fantasy. Just that wall scroll in general. And moving on. Just go down a bit here. That's the main computer, which is powering that. Go a bit lower. Oh, actually, there's the game chair. I've actually had that for many years, and as you can tell from how old it looks, for at least 3 or 4 years. Go a bit lower, yeah, you can see all the PS3, Wii U, Wii games. There's tons of games under there, but I'm not going to dig all that out. There's way too much there. I'm sure people who've seen my Facebook have noticed some posts on my timelines that shows you what games are there anyway. So we'll just keep going right. We've got a poster here of Mana Khemia 2, one of my favourite JRPG games for the PS2 and in general. Keep going. We've got a VCR, Kingdom Hearts 2 amongst other games there. Fetch the Dead. Seriously, I've spent ages trying to tidy this up. Beforehand, this place would have been an absolute shithole. But we'll just keep going. You'll be impressed. So, next one is... see, there's the Mario Kart there. I just didn't want to actually bin it, because even though the remote control was broken, there was no point in getting rid of the main character himself. So just put him in there as a nice display item. And we've got some games there. I'm not sure you can see that. I'll try and move it closer. We've got, there we go. We've got Persona 4 Golden, Sonic Rivals, Darkstalker Chronicles, and Ragnarok. I can't play the PSP ones because I don't own a PSP, which kind of sucks. Games over here. I won't name them all, but you can pretty much see what's there on the screen. And some extra figures. Tetra, Zidane, and Pac-Man. And I noticed this. Tetra came from what was known as the Gachapons. They're little balls that come with a toy. And you probably, for those who've had Kinder Surprises, the little chocolate egg and you have a little toy inside, it's kind of like that. But for this one it was quite strange. It actually came with, it came with a little heart. Like the heart containers that you find on all the Zelda games. I thought it was pretty cool. Right, other things up here. We've got some anime DVDs, some Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and DuckTales, one of my favourite cartoon shows. Yes, I know, that's Call of Duty, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Truman Show, Max Payne, Ninja Gaiden. So a couple of good games there. Not Call of Duty. I just said that loud, didn't I? Right, keep going. We've got some more wall scrolls. Haruhi Suzumiya, Sora from Kingdom Hearts, and they used to be posted on the door of the laptop and my bed. So we'll just keep going. Just do this as one full length, not cutting any because it will take a while. So some imagery problems here. Okay. Don't know what's wrong. Not a clue what was wrong there. Slowly. You see there's the question block that you get from Club Nintendo in the UK. If you hit it, it does make the coin sound, but I've not taken out its packet for a good reason. I just don't want the battery to get wasted, and I'm not one that's going to be throwing or hitting it constantly. We've got the Super Star Wars game that's been sitting there for quite a while. Still in this box, which is cool. But it's for the US Nintendo, so US SNES, so I can't really play at the moment until I get the US SNES out. Anime figures, nice big ferocious dragon. We've got pretty awesome Mega Man sprite things, come up with little beads you iron with. So I got them from my sister, they're pretty awesome. I got them for my birthday, so I quite like them. But Kong. Over here, as you can see, what I'll do is I'll move this back so you can actually, instead of seeing me through the mirrored glass, you can open that and you can get a better look. So you've seen this in a picture before. It's all my Tales games, and there was some over there with the other PS3 games in the old plastic box. We've got little Mega Man stuff. We've got Mega Man Legends, and I really need to start playing that one, Rockman World. It's quite difficult, that. So go a wee bit lower. I'm going to have to sit down for this because it's quite low. We've got Sonic merchandise. I need to move Drippy out of the way, excuse me. Again, the Sonic bead thing was actually done by my sister as well. It's pretty awesome. And on top of the O, there's actually it's a Sega arcade coin they use in Japan, which I thought was pretty awesome. I got this from Games World Bates or Games World Bodmin, you could say. Get a good look at that there. There you go. Absolutely love these. I've actually wanted to get like a bunch of these and just make them in a house or something. This is pretty weird. Just make it its own personal floor for Sonic. And we've obviously got the ring, collector's ring, and the figure that you'd get from the collector's edition of Sonic Generations. There's a Chaos Emerald there, it's glass diamond, I got it quite a while back. That was pretty cool, and I'm actually contemplating on getting the rest of them. And of course over here, you can't really see it that well because it's quite dark. That's the Sonic 2 pin collection. Quite sad, I know, but that's pretty awesome. And of course at the bottom you've got some bigger box games like Ni no Kuni, Dragon Saga, and of course Sonic Generations. And ignore the bowling ball. And oh yeah, of course I forgot, I'll just close this again to make sure nothing falls. There we go. And over here is actually just all my Super NES games at the moment. I'm not sure if you can get a good look at them. I mean, some of them are quite decent. There's Life Force Salamander, Donkey Kong Classics, which has the first and second. Got Marble Madness, Shadow Warriors, which in the US is Ninja Gaiden. Don't know why they changed it in the UK. We've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We've got quite a few good games there. And a bit lower is, this is literally my entire PS1 English set of games, and just some random anime DVD box sets, along with Diablo 2, which actually shouldn't be there. And of course at the bottom there's just a mixture of games sitting there, along with PS1. There was some extra PS1 games there, one Dreamcast game, and Game Boy games. There's another Game Boy Advance one. But yeah, moving on. Sorry, it's a lot to go through. As you can see, I put a picture of this before. Probably you haven't seen it, it's the bottom. There was a little hidden bit there. And Mega Drive or Genesis in the US. That was the door. Tales of Xillia, Neil Maxwell edition. I'll just move that out of the way now. And down below is, I don't think I've actually posted these, it's my Saturn games. I've not really played the Saturn that much because I've not got a decent amount of games to enjoy with, but to at least play for more than just a couple hours. And if you look over here, there's some original Xbox games. And yes, there is some Disney movies there. They were cheap at a charity shop, and since I like collecting retro videos instead of DVDs, I decided to get them. A little childish, but I don't care. They were only pay like about £1 for them all. But let's go over here. Let me stand up for this. So over here as well, we've got the Mummy collection. So this is the Mummy movies 1, 2 and 3. I think was it Brendan Fraser that's in these, and just a little treasure chest to put pennies in. A little further on the right we've got more anime figures just standing along with Lego Mario. That's pretty cool. And of course you've already seen all these. Just my assortment of anime DVDs. And tail stuff. More tail stuff. And a little load on top of my mini fridge is just made anime stuff. And an ornament and plastic Chaos Emeralds. And the fridge. Yeah, the fridge. And over here, it's actually quite a small room, but it's quite full with lots of game stuff. So necklaces, a couple of keychains, and anime pins, and what do you call them? Pez dispensers. I've never actually opened that. Just quite cool with Link. And if you look down here, there's just a couple of just random crap. And my phone. And as you know, this isn't actually a real copy of Wild Arms. It's actually a pirate one. I'll just show you the now, as you can see. Mostly just because finding these games aren't cheap in the UK, and as much as I want them, I'm not ready to actually pay so much to get these at the moment. And of course that's not released here yet, but in HD 2.5 it will be. But yeah, that's everything that's actually on display at the moment. But if you want to see where the consoles are, oh actually, there's one thing I've yet to show you. I'm not sure if you'll be able to get a good look because of the light, but if you look in the hidden drawer at the bottom, apart from the Master System converter you put on your Model 1 Mega Drive, and these three for the US SNES, you've got a huge bucket full of Game Boy games and Game Boy Advance, and the main console to play it on. Now I got this from a charity shop, so of course it's a bit scuffed, but it plays perfectly well. The screen itself is mint, so yeah, nothing really wrong with it. It plays, that's the main idea. So just put it back in here, along with these. You want to see where the consoles were, so let's get to that. Apart from the Mega Drive and other consoles by my computer desk. So we've got the first one, the first drawer here. There's 6 in total. I won't be able to show you 5 because that one is my underwear drawer. Nobody wants to see that. Well, if you go in here, yes, it's a bloody fucking bunch of cables. If we dig under all that, we've got the US SNES just sit hiding away, along with the UK one. I really need to get it put on because I want to play Super Mario All-Stars. Got some more hidden handhelds here. We've got 2 Game Boy Colors, SNES controllers, NES controllers. Yep, there's the NES Zapper there, which is orange. Don't know, I can never find that grey one, actually. But that's one drawer. Next one. I'm not sure what this one is. Oh yeah, this is where the broken Game Gear is. It still plays, but the light, the backlight itself just ruins it. And, oh sorry. The power itself, it barely works, it sometimes just cuts out. But it does work when you just plug it into the Mega Drive power adapter. But if you can't see it and there's not really any sound, then what's the point? I would just try and get a new one. So under that is of course my NES. We've got 1080 snowboard in here. The N64 along with the older version of the Game Boy Advance. I'm trying not to get the screen to show the camera and me. You don't want to see me, you want to see the games. So put that back in. Not working now. Just this back over here. I'm not sure, there's not really anything under here. Oh no, there's my Dreamcast controller plug. Book about pirates. Yeah, Book about pirates. And this is actually the what should we call it? A taskbar list thing. It's basically load all the PAL NES games, and I was planning on getting every single one, but as you can see, there's absolutely no room to hold that many games of NES. So apart from the ones I've teched, it's just sitting in there until I can get more space. So moving on, you can get the Mario pirate flag I took a picture of and posted. And I think, if we go beyond here, I think under here is just anime manga. Yeah, it's just manga of them. This is all like small comic books instead of the graphic novels. So you can see there's an absolute load of them. What was that? I'm not sure what that is. The Black Pearl. Didn't even realise I had that. Yeah, they're still all in their original wrappings, so that's why no one's opened them and just ruined them. I thought that was quite a funny idea. Again, let's keep going. We want to get there eventually. We want to finish it eventually. Last two things and then we're done. So this drawer is PlayStation and another Mega Drive. Yep, another one. Apart from the one that's sitting over there. This one I got from a friend for absolutely nothing. Still works perfectly fine, which is good. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's the 64 remote pack. Really have used that. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's the game stands, or the console stands for the Wii U if you want your console standing, which I don't. I never want to risk my console falling and breaking. And the last one, this is going to come back. It's just an absolute bunch of rubbish cables, folders, and boxes. And what's this? What is this? Oh Christ! It was one of the first anime items I ever bought when I actually liked Naruto. Now it's just gone off. It just went off the deep end. Now it's just I can't stand it. Not even the games that are coming out nowadays. I'm not sure if open this. I think yeah, this was just the pocket watch of some sort. What the fuck's that? Wow. It is quite nice for what it was. Got a refill symbol. Got quite a kick-ass engraved Naruto on the back, and the top. And for the numbers, they're all the hand symbols, and something here which I'm not entirely sure what it means. I can't read Japanese, or if that's Chinese. I actually have no idea. What did I do? Is it a magnet? Alright. But yeah, that's pretty much everything to show you now. Oh no, just yeah, that's everything I've shown you. Oh no, there's actually one last thing, and that's this up here. Got a Sonic figure in all my PS2 games. Not hellish much, but I have a strict interest in the kind of genre of gaming, mostly RPGs, JRPGs, so semi-Final Fantasy, like the older ones. I'm not much of a fan of the Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and I don't really care much for the latest Lightning Returns. But as you can see, there is quite a few games here. Some of them I just got cheap, I don't even bother playing them. But we've got Castlevania, oh, and I can't remember who it was I was talking to that got Castlevania Lament of Innocence in the US, but yeah, you can see this is the UK version of Lament of Innocence. We didn't get the actual second title, it was just called Castlevania. And if you look at the back, actually I don't know if you can, that was my phone. No, you can't really get a good look at that. But yeah, it's pretty much the exact same as that. I'm not sure why it never got changed called Lament of Innocence as well. You see we've got a nice set of RPG games. We've got Atelier Iris, Dark Chronicle, Iris 2 and 3, Dragon Ball Z. That was the best Dragon Ball game. All the rest I just can't stand. Except for Battle of Z, that looks interesting, but I'm not going to buy it. If they bring out a demo, I'll try it out. We've got a Bouncer, Bujingai, Devil May Cry, Drakengard, Sonic Heroes, and some more games up here. Mana Kimia, Fantasy 10-2. The one up there is Final Fantasy 12, can't see it. Rogue Galaxy, that's better. Just a bunch of good games. Phantom Brave. For those, if you've never heard of Phantom Brave, I'll show you now. It's done by, I think it's NIS or Koei. Who's done, I think it's Disgaea. I'm not sure. NIS. Oh yes, well that's Phantom Brave, that's the box. I got this for 50p at Cash Generator, which was amazing since I've been looking for the game for a while, just because it was an anime one. But I actually hate the game itself. But I probably have to I only got through the first chapter. I'll probably have to get a thorough gameplay. Let's see what it's actually like. I'm sure you fight Laharl from Disgaea in this game, so that was the main reason I wanted to get it. For those who like those kind of strategy RPG games, then by all means you should try it out. I've got some random rubbish here. Dark Souls album book, or just collector's book. Dishonored tarot cards, Miku playing cards, and just some stuff there. So yeah, I've just given you, this is basically just the entire run through of my room, or the game room, is what you just call it. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed actually seeing where everything goes and like all the games that I post up and where they actually sit around in. Yeah, I hope you actually enjoyed it, and I suppose I'll see you again. See you!